Marvel's Phase 4 might have actually killed the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We have a new rumor claiming that the upcoming Avengers Secret Wars film is actually a soft reboot to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This latest rumor comes from scooper Sil Abdul, who first teased on X. This is what he wrote. He said, sounding like MCU Earth 616 will no longer exist after Secret Wars. I'm just saying, I think Feige cooking. He then further elaborated on this in a video upload to X where he explained what he's hearing about Secret Wars and how it will effectively soft reboot the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is kind of what he said here. He says, is this going to reboot the MCU as we know it? Now, the concept in 2015, Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, is that all of these different Earths were kind of molded together. Yes, Feige is basically taking pieces of stuff that he wants to keep from all of these different realities, and he's going to put it together as a new Marvel Universe. He then reiterated the MCU Earth 616 as we know it. That's going to be gone, not as far as erasing the history of the stories, but that's not going to be the same Marvel Universe by the end of Secret Wars. He then appeared to speculate on what this entails and what characters will likely make it into this new universe. He said, now, does this mean they are going to wipe out everyone? I'm fully expecting that Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Miles Morales to be on this Earth. I do expect other survivors from these other different Earths, but on top of that, too, everyone's not going to make it. He then went on to kind of speculate that basically this gives Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios, opportunity to recast a lot of their main characters like Captain America, like Iron Man, like Thor. In fact, he said, I'm expecting a new Thor. I'm expecting, my goodness, a new Avengers. I'm expecting a new Black Panther. According to Mike, he said there will be a new Black Panther post-Secret Wars as well. Then Abdul would also reiterate that this idea is to soft reboot the franchise. He said, but with Secret Wars, this is really Feige's chance to, again, wipe the slate clean of stuff you don't really want to do going forward. Then you bring in your mutants, you bring in Fantastic Four, you really do something special for the entire Marvel Universe. Abdul is not the only one to indicate that Secret Wars is supposedly going to be a game changer for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Scooper My Time to Shine H on X recently posited this. He said, if Endgame was the closure to the beginning of the MCU with Iron Man, then Secret Wars is the finale to the Marvel franchises that came before Iron Man and the MCU. I would assume that is Spider-Man. That's Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Then you have the X-Men stuff over at Fox. Blade, I guess, would be in that as well. I'm sure there's a bunch of others that I'm missing right now, but those are like the three big ones that kind of jump to mind that kind of had their own ongoing franchises. So he's saying that it's kind of the end to all of that, and they're all going to kind of come together. And to that end, he says that there's going to be a massive amount of cameos. They include Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Ian McKellen as Magneto, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield as their respective Spider-Man characters, and even Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. He even said, Ben Affleck said no to Doctor Strange 2, but said maybe on Secret Wars, so there's still a chance. Obviously, that was almost 2 years ago now, January 2022. He also has revealed other details about what he has heard about the film. He says the Beyonder will be the main villain of Secret Wars, but it's not going to be the Beyonder people might know from the comics. He's going to be a Kang variant. And then he also explained this here. He says, this is how they plan to make Secret Wars work without making it a 4-hour movie. Kang Dynasty will have the new Avengers as the leads, while Secret Wars will mostly be from the point of view and will focus on the heroes from the other universes. I assume that's going to be people like the X-Men, Blade, if they do that with Wesley Snipes, etc. But what do you make of this? What do you make of this rumor here that they might be soft rebooting the Marvel Universe with Secret Wars? I think it's probably too late to do that. I think the ship has kind of sailed on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that from now on, you're just going to see kind of diminishing returns. There might be one or two big movies that kind of blow up, like you saw with Spider-Man. The most recent Spider-Man film, you might see something like that, but I think for the most part now, you're just going to see kind of declining box offices, and then even they're going to have smaller production budgets as everything as well too, because their production budgets had just gotten massively out of hand. But I just don't see the MCU kind of recovering from their Phase 4, where they were actively insulting their own movie-going base and then trying to replace them with people that just don't exist. But let me know what you make of this. What do you think about this? Do you see this potentially rejuvenating the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Or do you think, like I do, too little, too late?
Subscribe for more.